نوريهم الوجه الثاني ونتمنى اننا نتفوق بالبطوله ان شاء الله ان نجيب مركز طيب.
Them's fighting words from Arab Madness coming in here and trying to put the other teams down as we get into the main tournament itself. Once again, Powerbang as well as Seven Worlds here joining me to get into our main tournament games, which are going to be on Erangel. And I'm very excited to get back onto Erangel here to find out who is going to be moving on into the big box. And I want to talk to you guys about coming in here. Potential drop spots. There is plenty of room for 20 teams here. However, there are certain locations that favor more loot than others, I would say.
Certainly. There's some really popular drop spots on the map. You're going to see Northern Georgia Pole. You're going to see places like Pachinki and Novorepnoye. And these are common spots dropped by a lot of these teams. They have their favorites. Whether or not they did studying of these other teams remains to be seen, but there's definitely some teams that like to drop in the same spots. So look for potential action early as these teams feel each other out. You saw in those intros right there, both Arab Madness as well as Evos. Oh my goodness, they had some supreme confidence. They're coming for you.
Yeah, and BRK and the Terror, the team from India, actually... I saw that they both like landing in Pochinki, so I wonder if they're going to go ahead and try to go for that on the first game. And I want to see if they continue to do that. If maybe Terror takes out BRK, is BRK going to decide, you know what, maybe it's not best we go to Pochinki for the next game?
Sure. And obviously you, Mr. Pachinki King yourself, I get it, you're excited about Pachinki, that's fine, I don't mind. But a place like Pachinki, we've seen be able to house 2 or 3 teams without conflict initially, but it's then when they're now looted up in North Pachinki, East, West, that they then clash because there's a limited amount of resources in terms of things like cars, for example, that you have to kind of try and get if you need to rotate.
Pachinki is not super car friendly. It's got the one in the garage, and then other than that, you may get lucky with one on the road there. So if there's a lot of action early, it could be difficult to find some transportation. But another thing about Pachinki being right in the middle of the map, a lot of teams will loot up their desired location and then head to Pachinki as kind of a second spot to drop into. So you might find another fight on your hands before you're ready for it.
Yeah, and just what you mentioned, it is smack down the middle of the map. So if you're able to pretty much go ahead and control that, you're going to be able to move freely through the map depending on what their circle is. So something to go ahead and keep an eye on. And as we're seeing right here, just Pochinki actually, relative adapted items. That's actually pretty too. You don't see that much really good guns there. You don't see that like level 3 helmets, level 3 vests. That's something you definitely don't see at Pachinki, but you do tend to see a lot of action, at least just on pop stomping.
Both Pachinki and School find themselves at central locations in the map, 2 of the easiest places to rotate from, as most they are always going to be in that first circle, so teams can loot up in peace as long as they're not dropped on by other squads, which tends to be fairly common.
But a lot of the locations are on the external factors and limiting factors of the map, and one of those is melee base, which can be notoriously difficult to rotate off.
Military base is my favorite, personally.
It definitely is, and as you mentioned, it is very difficult to rotate because you either go through the 2 bridges or you're more than likely going to go ahead and just pretty much get on a boat and try to go through, but then you have to worry about guns like DP-28 and just pretty much getting blown up.
All right, gentlemen, well, without further ado, it is time to get the main tournament ready here and going for game number 1 of Erangel. So, 7PB, take it away for game number 1.
I'm excited. It's time for it to count, baby. These games will all count towards the standings. Who is going to make their mark on the global finals first. Who's going to get that first chicken dinner served up here in game number 1?
Who's also going to go ahead and strike first, because keep in mind, now every single time a team gets a kill, that is 15 points to their tally. So you're going to see more than likely teams trying to finish off anybody they see down, even if it is third party them. And look at that right there. Round 1, ladies and gentlemen, of Erangel.
Brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. We're going to be taking a look at some of the best teams in the world. A lot of respect for one another, and we have a whole lot of really, really solid players represented from all over the place. We saw in last game the skills and the shooting skills of all these guys with any type of scope. Red Dot, 6X, doesn't matter. These guys are beasts.
Talking about military base, some people could actually go ahead and go military base from here, and they could also go Novo. Now, teams that like to go Georgeport, more than likely what you're gonna go ahead and see is you're gonna see teams getting into a no loot whatsoever.